sales generated from the handicrafts. Now here is talking about what? The sales generated from the handicraft exhibition organized by our village has been decreasing constantly. Okay? Now what is decreasing here? The sales, okay, has been decreasing for the past 3 years. For the past 3 years, the sales, though these people are conducting this one exhibition, but where the sales is completely coming down, continuously coming down. Then for the past 3 years, statement by the Sarpanch of village X. Then which of the following statements contradicts the statement? Contradicting means weakening, which is opposite to the village Sarpanch statement. Now the Sarpanch statement is that the sales are coming down. Now we have to prove, no, the sales are not coming down, it is growing up, isn't it? Now among the given choices, tell me which choice is giving that one. First one, village Y, nowhere related to this village X and Y, it comes under comparison. Comparisons cannot be taken. Then choice 2, a craftsman from village X was awarded. Now this person has been awarded the best craftsman of the award in the previous year. In the previous year, this particular person got the award, doesn't mean that the sales have gone up, isn't it? Next one, third one, the village X is popular in the country for the wooden handicrafts made by its villagers. Now though it is popular here, and from that one we cannot definitely say that whether the sales are growing up or not. And having more popularity doesn't mean that more sales will be there, isn't it? Then fourth one, what is the fourth one here? The exports of handicrafts by company Z. Now here nowhere related to company X, 4 is ruled out. Then fifth one, the demand for handicrafts and antiques made by the craftsmen of village X has been increasing constantly from the past few years. The demand is increasing. As the demand is increases, obviously the sales will also grow up. And so what is your answer here? Choice 5. Choice 5 directly contradicting the statement made by this Sarpanch. The Sarpanch statement is that the sales are coming down from the last 3 years. Here it has clearly specified that demand is increasing in the constantly from the past few years. Choice 5. Question number 66, it is choice 5. And 67 onwards, they are based on syllogisms. Now conclusions that follow, some of the walls are ceilings. Some walls are ceilings. Tell me how to represent this one. These are the walls which are ceilings, and all these ceilings are floors, all ceilings are floors, and no floor is a door, no intersection between floor and a door. Some walls are ceilings, all ceilings are floors, and no floor is a door. And first one is a possibility. Second, all walls, all floors are ceiling. All floors are ceiling is false. And the first one is a possibility as the statements are affirmative. And next one, all walls are doors is a possibility. All walls are doors is a possibility means in order to make this one false, your doors must be like this. Now tell me, is it possible to draw doors like this? No, if you draw doors like this, then no floor is a door will become false. Statement invalid, hence it is not at all possible. Then what is your answer here? Neither 1 nor 2. Neither 1 nor 2, that is given in choice 3 is the answer. Neither 1 nor 2, that is choice 3. Then coming to question number 68. Now in this one, all rivers are oceans. Now 68, these are the rivers which are oceans. All rivers are oceans. All lakes are rivers. All lakes are rivers, isn't it? All lakes are rivers. All rivers are oceans. These are the lakes which are rivers, and all these rivers are oceans. And some of the oceans are seas, means ocean and sea must be like this. Then first one, all lakes are oceans, that is definitely true. And second, all seas are lakes is a possibility. All seas are lakes is possible or not, as the statements are affirmative. For a possibility, we can write it as a single diagram, or else we can draw like this, extend like this. Hence, what is your answer? Both the conclusions follow. Hence, both 1 and 2, and it is given in choice 3. 68, it is choice 3. Then question number 69. Now in this 61, all rivers are oceans, all lakes are rivers. Now this is also based on the same statement, it seems. All lakes are rivers, and all these rivers are oceans, and out of which some of the oceans are seas. And first one, all rivers, it is a possibility. And second, some seas are not oceans. Now these are the seas which are not oceans too or not. These are the seas which are not ocean seas too. And the second conclusion is an affirmative, negative conclusion is true. To make this one false, now we need to go for its alternate diagram. What is the complementary pair to this? Some seas are not oceans means now we have to prove all seas are oceans. All seas are oceans means tell me whether I can write seas like this or not. Isn't it? Hence by doing so alternate diagram proven, previous conclusion will be false. And again coming to the first one, all rivers are seas is a possibility. All rivers are seas, I can able to represent the diagram like this. And the first one is true and the second is false. Only one is true and it is given in choice 5. 69 choice 5. Then question number 70. Now some walls or ceilings. Some of the walls or ceilings can be written like this. These are the walls which are ceilings. And all these ceilings are floors. And no floor is an ocean. No floor is an ocean. Then first one, no floor is a door. Then some walls are ceilings and all ceilings are floors. No floor is a door. And all doors and possibility. Second, some walls are floors. Some of the walls or floors is definitely true. This is intersection of these two. And all doors or walls is a possibility. All doors or walls is possible or not? All the doors must be walls. Yes, is it possible to draw like this? The entire door must be wall. Hence here I can able to draw door like this. And without intersecting with this floor I can able to derive this one. And the first one is possible. Hence what is your answer here? Both 1 and 2. Both 1 and 2 and it is given in choice 4. Question number 70, the choice 4 is the answer. Then 71 to 75. Now in this one, it is based on seating arrangement. 8 people are there, A, B, C, D, P, Q, R and S are sitting in 2 parallel rows containing 4 people each. A, B, C and D are sitting in row 1 facing north. Now, who are the persons in row 1? A, B, C and D, and these 4 persons are facing towards north. A, B, C, D are the persons who are facing towards north. And in the second row, P, Q, R and S are the 4 persons who are facing towards south. Now P, Q, R, S are the persons facing south, A, B, C, D are facing towards north, and thus each person seated in one row faces another person seated in the second row. And each of them consists of one manager, one assistant, one telecaller and one supervisor. And each of these rows, these 4 persons were there. Then condition number 1, the manager of row 2. Yes, what is row 2 here? And which is row 2 and which is row 1 here? And A, B, C, D, it is row 1 and this is row 2. Now the manager of row 2 sits second to the right of R. As the manager of row 2 sits second to the right of R, how many possibilities we have? If manager is here, then R is here, that is one possibility. And what is the second possibility? 1, 2, 3, 4. As these persons are facing towards south and R's right hand side is towards our left hand side. If R is here and the manager of row 2 is seated second to the right of R. Manager of row 2 sits second to the right of R. R faces one of the immediate neighbors of A. Now in the first case A can be here or A can be here. R faces one of the immediate neighbors of A, but whereas in the second one A must be here only. R faces one of the immediate neighbor of A. The telecaller of row 1 sits to the immediate left of A. Telecaller to the immediate left of A. If A1 is here and telecaller is here, or if A2 is here and telecaller is here. There are 2 possibilities. And in this one, the telecaller of row 1. Row 1 sits to the immediate left of A. Hence in this row 1, this person is the telecaller, sits to the immediate left hand side of A. And the telecaller of row 1 faces one of the immediate neighbors of S. Now the telecaller of row 1 is facing one of the immediate neighbors of S. Now in this one of the immediate neighbors of S can be either here or here. And in the first case, the telecaller of row 1, isn't it, faces one of the immediate neighbors of S. If our telecaller is here, S can be here, or if telecaller is here, S can be here, or if telecaller is here, S can be here. Hence we have 3 possibilities. And next one, only one person between S and Q. As only one person between S and Q, and only one person between S and Q, S sits to the right of Q. Only one person to the S and Q, S is to the right hand side of Q, this is a possibility we have. If S and Q are here, and P must be at this place. And only one person between S and Q, S or Q, it also S or Q will be here, and P must be at this place. Are you following this one or not? Now the telecaller of row 1 sits to the immediate left of A, and immediate left of A. Telecaller of row 1 faces one of the immediate neighbors of S. One of the immediate neighbors of S, telecaller of row 1 means telecaller can be here or can be here. And telecaller and one of the immediate, only one person between S and Q. S sits to the right hand side of Q, and only one person sits between supervisor of row 1 and C. Now between supervisor and C there must be exactly one person. C is not a telecaller, isn't it? And C is not a telecaller, and the manager of row 1 does not sit at any one of the extreme ends of the line, and manager of row 1 does not sit at any one of the extreme ends of the line, and the manager of row 1 faces the supervisor of row 2. Now the manager faces the supervisor of row 2, and in this one, is there any information like both the persons who belongs to the same profession are not facing each other? And information in unda cheppan, and each of the rows consists of one, this one. And next one, the manager of row 1 faces the supervisor of row 2, and the manager cannot be at the extreme end, isn't it? Hence manager of row 1 sits to them immediate neighbors of each other. Assistant and the supervisor of row 2 are not immediate neighbors. Assistant and the supervisor are not immediate neighbors of each other, and if there is an assistant here and supervisor is here, or assistant is here and the supervisor must be here, and the manager, assistant, and who is the other person here? Telecaller. Now the telecaller in case 1 it must be R. Telecaller is R. Then the telecaller of row 2 does not face D. Now the telecaller of row 2 does not face D, hence D cannot be at this place, isn't it? As telecaller and the assistant and the supervisor of row 2 are not immediate neighbors, as manager is here, and this R must be the telecaller here, isn't it? As R is the telecaller, and these two persons, assistant and supervisor, must be in these two places. Assistant or supervisor or assistant. Done? Then let us go through the information once again. And the manager, now the manager is not at any one of the extreme ends of the row. Manager of row 1 is not at the any extreme ends, hence the manager must be at this place, isn't it? Manager is not at the any extreme ends of the row. As manager is not at the extreme ends of the row, 8 people, PQRS, and facing south but not necessarily, thus each person seated and so on. And condition number 1, each of the 2 rows consists of one manager. The manager of row 2 sits second to the right of R, sits second to the right hand side of R. R faces one of the immediate neighbors of A. R is one of the immediate neighbors of A. The telecaller of row 1 sits to the immediate left of A. Immediate left of A. The telecaller of row 1 faces the one of the immediate neighbors of S. Immediate neighbors of S. Only one person between S and Q. S is to the right hand side of Q. One person between supervisor of row 1 and C. Now supervisor of row 1 and C, there must be only one person here, and C must be at this place. Are you getting my point or not? If C is here, then only supervisor must be here. Or if you take C at this place, supervisor and manager must be in the same place, not possible. Or if you take C at this place, supervisor and telecaller must be in the same place, not possible. Hence, in the second case, C is fixed here, as C is and supervisor are fixed here. As C and supervisor are fixed in these two places, telecaller, manager, supervisor. And who is the other person after here? Telecaller, manager, supervisor, and the assistant. Hence, assistant must be at this place. Assistant. The manager of row 1 does not sit at any one of the extreme, and C is not a telecaller. Finally, we got that C is a telecaller, and the second case is completely ruled out. Done with this? As the second case is ruled out, now we are left with only the first case. Now in the first case, tell me what are the different possibilities we have? We have 2 possibilities to this P and, isn't it? Now 2 possibilities to this A. A ki different possibilities unnai kada? Now let us take down both the possibilities to this A. Then, now again, A can be at the right extreme or A can be at the left extreme. A can be here, then A cannot be here, then A must be at this place. There are 2 possibilities to this one. As telecaller is to the immediate left hand side of A. As telecaller is to the immediate left of A. Now this person is the telecaller. Here this person is the telecaller. Done with this? Now the manager of row 2 sits second to the right of R. Now this person is the manager of row 2 sits second to the right of R. R faces one of the immediate neighbors of A. R is facing one of the immediate neighbors of A, and the telecaller of row 1 sits to the immediate left of A. We have taken this information as well. The telecaller of row 1 faces one of the immediate neighbors of S. Telecaller facing S here. Now telecaller is facing one of the immediate neighbors of S. Now S can be here or here. There are two possibilities. And only one person between S and Q. S is to the right hand side of Q. S is to the right hand side of Q, and S at this place and Q at this place, and the person P must be here. And S is to the right hand side of Q, only one person between supervisor of row 1 and C. Now between supervisor of row 1 and C, there must be exactly one person. As there is exactly one person between supervisor and C is not a telecaller, isn't it? And C cannot be at this place. As C cannot be here, C cannot be here as well. Because if C is here, supervisor and telecaller must be in the same place, not possible. And C must be here. If C is here, then A is the supervisor. Done with this? A is the supervisor. Then again coming to this one, and C is not a telecaller here, and there is one person between supervisor and C. Now supervisor and C is not a telecaller, C cannot be here. And if C is here, and supervisor cannot be the telecaller, and C cannot be at this place. And in this case, where should this C? C is here. If C is here, supervisor must be at this place. Done with this? One person between C is not a telecaller. The manager of row 1 does not sit at any one of the extreme ends of the line. Manager of row 1 does not sit at any one of the extreme ends of the line. Manager is here. Now here, manager, and the person who is left over is assistant. Now assistant is here. Now in this case, assistant here. And the manager of row 1 faces the supervisor of row 2. Manager of row 1 faces the supervisor of row 2. Manager of row 1 faces the supervisor of row 2 means supervisor must be S in second case. Now in the first case, the manager and telecaller are opposite to each other, which is not possible, and this is again ruled out. Isn't it? Then now PSRQ. Next, what is the other information? The assistant and the supervisor of row 2 are not immediate neighbors. Assistant and supervisor are not immediate neighbors. Assistant is here. If assistant, manager, supervisor, assistant, and this person is the telecaller. Isn't it? As this person is the telecaller, and the telecaller of row 2 does not face D. Hence D cannot be telecaller in row 1. Hence D is here. If D is here, B must be here. Clear? Hence in total how many possibilities we have? We got some 3 different possibilities. In the first case we have 2 possibilities to this A, and in the second case only one possibility, that is invalid. Hence in the first case we have opted for 2 different possibilities. As this is about question number 71 to 75. First write down this one, then let us start working question number 76 to 78. Now this 76 to 78, these 3 are based on blood relations. Now in this blood relation 76 to 78, K is the brother of S. Now this K is the brother of S can be represented like this. K is the brother of S. S is the son of T. S is the son of T, and this K and S are the children of T. And T is the mother of J. And T is the mother of J. As of now, the gender of the J is not known. T is the mother of J. J is married to L. J and L are married couple. And L is the son of Y. As L is the son of Y. And this J is the daughter of T. And Y has only one son. Now this Y has only one son means the other persons must be the daughters. Y has only one son. M is the son of L. Now M is the son of L. And L is the brother of U. As L is the brother of U, then whatever is U must be a female. L and U are siblings to each other. And M is the brother of Q. Now this M is the brother of Q. This is what the information we have. First one, if Y is married to P. As Y is married to P here, Y is here, Y and P are married to each other. Then how is P related to Q? Yes, tell me how is this P related to Q? And the genders of these 2 persons were not known. Hence, this P could be either the grandfather or the grandmother of Q. Either grandfather or grandmother cannot be determined, choice 2. 76. Then question number 77, how is K related to M? How is K related to M? M's mother's brother. Mother's brother means mother's brother is uncle. Uncle, that is choice 5. 77, it is choice 5. Then 78. Now in this question number 78, what is the information we have? If U is married to Z. If U is married to Z means U and Z are married to each other. And then how is Z related to L? Z is L's sister's husband. Sister's husband is sister's husband, brother-in-law. Brother-in-law choice, none of the choice 2. None, it is choice 2. Brother-in-law is the answer, but brother-in-law is not given, hence we have opted for choice 2. 78. Then question number 79. Now it is again based on critical reasoning. Due to low rainfall in the state this year. What is the reason given here? Due to low rainfall. Due to low rainfall in the state this year. In this state this year there is very scanty or very low rainfall. Due to low rainfall in this year, the crops have suffered miserably. Underline this word, miserably. Miserably means to a greater extent. And as a result, the prices of vegetables are likely to, underline this word, likely. As of now, he is not sure about this one, but whereas there is a chance, are likely to double this year. Had the rainfall been up to the mark, the crop production this year would not have suffered at all. Underline this word, at all. If the rainfall is in a usual pattern, then the crops is not going to be suffered at all. And that means the crops were failed just because of lack of rainfall. This is what the final statement this person has made. And which of the following statements, if taken to be true, may weaken the statement of the minister? Now the minister has made a statement. What is the statement here? Due to lack of rainfall only the crops have failed. Now in order to weaken this one, now we have to prove a case where this is not just the reason for the drop in the crop, isn't it? And there is something else is also the reason for this that we have to prove. And if you could able to prove the second reason for the downfall or for the decrease on this crop, then that will definitely weaken the minister's argument. Minister ఏమంటున్నారు చెప్పండి, ఈ వెజిటబుల్స్ అన్ని మనకి ప్రొడక్షన్ తగ్గిపోవడానికి వర్షం లేకపోవడం మాత్రమే కారణం అంటున్నాడు. అది కాంట్రడిక్ట్ చేయాలంటే ఆయన చెప్పింది తప్పుని ప్రూవ్ చేయాలి. తప్పుని ప్రూవ్ చేయాలంటే ఏం చేయాలి? ఈ రెయిన్ఫాల్ వల్ల మాత్రం కాదు, వేరే రీజన్ వల్ల క్రాప్స్ ఫెయిల్ అయిపోయాయని మనం చెప్పగలగాలి. దెన్ ఓన్లీ ఇట్ కాంట్రడిక్ట్స్ ద ఆర్ వీకెండ్స్ ద ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్ మేడ్ బై ద మినిస్టర్, isn't it? Then now we are checking out the reason apart from this rainfall, the reason for the low production of these crops. Then first one, the government of state X had provided high quality seeds at a subsidized rate to the farmers this year. Yet the produce obtained was very low and was not at all comparable to that of the obtained last year, isn't it? Now are we showing any reason for this one? No. Hence first one cannot be, is not contradicting the minister's argument. Second, the crops cultivated by the farmers of state X have considerably less water requirement as compared to those cultivated by farmers in the neighboring states. Here he is talking about the less water crops these people are cultivating, and still less water, though the water required is very less, still whether that sufficient water is there or not, that is not known, isn't it? Hence here we are not showing any reason for the downfall of this crop. Then third one, this year the pesticides supplied by the government of state X at a subsidized rate was ineffective. Now the government has supplied the pesticides of state X at a subsidized rate was ineffective. That means they have not worked out properly. Thus, underline this word, thus more than 40% of the crops in the state were destroyed before harvest. Yes, what is the main reason for the drop in this production here? The production is because the pesticides were ineffective, hence 40% of the crops were failed because of these pesticides, isn't it? That means if good effective pesticides were used and the production will be more. Hence what is the reason here? The reason is not just because of lack of rainfall. and it is because of pesticides, ineffective pesticide. Then what is your answer here? Choice 3 is the answer. Done with this? As of now 3. Then let us check out the remaining choices as well. Now fourth one, although statewide experienced similar rainfall all this year, the vegetables in state Y have not suffered as much as the vegetables in state X. Here, that means here what is he showing here? The rainfall, although state Y experienced similar rainfall this year. Though they have similar rainfall, the vegetables in state Y have not suffered as much as the vegetables in state X. They were not suffered. Here these were suffered. These were suffered because of what? The reason is not clearly known. Here the rainfall is there. The rainfall is there, but it was not affected as it was affected in that state. ఆ స్టేట్లో ఎఫెక్ట్ అయినంత వరకు ఇంత లేదు అన్నాడు. Now, I'll explain this one. Now two different states were there, X and Y. Now X and Y, we are comparing the production of this X and Y with the previous year. అంతే కదా. Now ఇక్కడ మన స్టేట్ X గురించి మాట్లాడుతాం. Now state Y, let us take for example earlier. Now in this one, their production is only 100 metric tons. But as here, this X production is 1000 metric tons. Okay, this is just an example. In the next year, what happens here? The rainfall is same in both these two. It was not affected that much. That means some 90 metric tons were produced. Here also the same rainfall. Here how much was produced? Here also 90 was produced. Isn't it? Hence, just because of the rainfall, can you definitely say that rainfall is the main reason? No, we cannot say. Hence, comparison can never be your answer at all. Okay? అందుకే ఇక్కడ చూడగానే మీరు y ఇక్కడ కనిపించగానే you can directly rule out this one because he is comparing with the state y. There in state y the conditions were not known. Here the state x the conditions were not known. Then and this is and choice for. If you check out choice for here, the farmers in state X are mainly dependent on rainfall for cultivation, as only 50% of the agricultural land in the state is covered under irrigation. That means here this is supporting minister's claim, isn't it? And if the question is about strengthening, then choice 5 will be your answer. As the question is about weakening, choice 3 is the answer. Done with this? And this is about question number 80. Then 81, 80 to 82. Done with this? Question numbers 80 to 82. As in this one, question numbers 80 to 82. Tell me what is information we have. And minister visited America recently is quoted as so and so, isn't it? Now in this one, tell me which is repeated for most of the times. Now symbols, end, percentage, percentage, end. Next one, end, dollar, percentage, at the rate of. And next one, percentage, end, hash, at the rate of. Next one, percentage, percentage, and so on, isn't it? That means the symbols were repeated for most of the times. Yes, what is the logic behind this symbol? Yes, letters. Now, sir, in the first one, what happens here? Percentage, percentage repeated twice. As percentage is repeated twice here, minister, how many letters are there? 8 letters. Now, in the word visited, there are 7 letters. And in the word America, 7 letters. And recently, 8 letters. That means 8 letters, 7 letters. That means 7 and 8. 7 and 8 number of letters, 7 and 8 could be either percentage or end in any order. As of now, we cannot define this one. Then if you check out the second one here, now in the second, percentage and end were repeated exactly once. And in the third one again, percentage and end is repeated. And in the fourth one, percentage was repeated for 3 times. Then we need to check out this one. Natural, how many elements? 7. Science is again 7. Next one, improve is again 7. That means 7 stands for percentage. If 7 stands for percentage, 8 stands for end. Done with this? Now here, if you observe here, there are some 4 to 5 symbols were present. If only 2 symbols were present, then we will fix according to odd and even numbered letters. But as here more than 2 symbols were there, hence we are going for the number of letters. Or if only 2 symbols were there, either it could be odd and even or vowel and consonant. The word starting with vowels, 1 symbol. Consonant will be 1 symbol. Then next one. Next. Now this is 7 and 8 we have done with this one. Now 8 is what? 8 is end. 8 is end. Now 7 is percentage. Next here. Next in the third one, In the third one, 6 and 5 are there. Now in this 6 and 5, sorry, education, how many are there? 9. 9 is education and 9, and what is the other thing left over here? 5. Now this 9 and 5 can be dollar and at the rate of in any order. Dollar and at the rate of. Now if you check out here third one, person skill anytime planning. 9 is not there, but yes, 5-letter word is there. Here also 5-letter word. Which symbol is common between these two? At the rate of. Hence 5 stands for at the rate of. If 5 stands for at the rate of this, 9 stands for dollar. Done with this one? Now dollar completed and at the rate of also completed. Next one in this one, at the rate of completed, percentage and then what is left over here? Hash. Now this hash stands for what? 6-letter word. Now 6-letter word and the symbol is hash. And similarly in this one, natural, 7. Here science, there are 7. Improve, there are 7. Knowledge, how many letters are there in the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? And 9 letters, this is dollar. And this is about the symbols. Then coming out these letters. Now let us tell me here. Now in this one, Q and N. Q and N, M plus 1. Ministry is 8. N, M plus 1 is N, the last letter. And R minus 1 is Q. First letter plus 1, last letter minus 1, first letter. And again let us check out here, visited. V plus 1 is W, D minus 1 is C. And similarly A plus 1 is B, and A minus 1 is Z, R plus 1 is S, and Y minus 1 is X. Then first letter plus 1, last letter minus 1 is first letter. Then what is the code for the word regular? Yes, tell me what is the answer here? 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 letters were there, it must be percentage. Now percentage, now between 1 and 3. Now between 1 and 3, R plus 1 S, last letter must be S, choice 3 is the answer. First letter is R plus 1 is S, should be written at the last place. Last one is R, minus 1 Q must be at the first place. Q percentage S, choice 3. Then question number 81, what is the code for the word soften? Now soften, now 6 is hash, now hash must be S plus 1 is T, N minus 1 is M. M has T, choice 4. Then question number 82. Now in this one, dedicate. Now in this word dedicate, tell me how many are there? 8. 8 means it is N. Now D plus 1 is E, E minus 1 is D, D and E, choice 1 is the answer. And this is about question number 82, choice 1. Then question numbers 88 to 82. Then 83 to 87. Now question numbers 83 to 87. How many friends are there? In total we have some 8 friends. JHIJ, KUVX are seated around a circular table, but not necessarily in the same order, isn't it? And some of them are facing the center and some of them are facing away from the center. Some of them are facing the center and some of them are facing away from the center. Now 8 persons inward and outward is given. Whenever this inward and outward is given, earlier we had discussed about that one. What is that one? First we need to check out any information given about any person facing center or away from the center. Direction means if one person faces, and only one person sits between V and U. How many persons in between V and U? There is exactly one person. K sits out to the right of U, and H sits to the immediate right of K. K faces the center. Information clearly specified, K is facing the center. As K is facing the center, and next one, and H sits out to the right of K. H is seated out to the right of K. K sits out to the right of U, H sits to the immediate right of K. H is to the immediate right hand side of K, hence H must be here. And K sits to the right, K sits out to the right of U. As K is seated out to the right of U, tell me how many possibilities we have? We can have 2 possibilities. K is out to the right of U. If U is here, U must be facing the center. And what is the second possibility we have? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now this K is facing the center, H is here, K sits out to the right of U. Now U is at this place, now U is away from the center. K sits out to the right of U. And H sits to the immediate right of K. K faces the center. V and H faces opposite directions. Now V and H faces opposite directions. As of now, no information and the directions of this V and H. Only one person between H and X. As only one person between H and X can be here or X can be here. Now in this case, X must be at this place. Only one person between H and X faces a direction opposite to that of U. X is opposite to that of U, hence this X must be away from the center. Now in this one, X must be towards the center. And X faces direction opposite to that of U. I sits out to the left of X. I is seated out to the left of X. Now in this case 1, 2, 3. Now in this case I can be here. If X1 is here, I1 is here. X2 is here, I2 can be here. There are two possibilities, isn't it? Then next one, I sits out to the left of X. 1, 2, 3, I must be at this place. I sits out to the left of X. Immediate neighbors of I face opposite direction. Immediate neighbors of I are facing opposite direction. Now in this case, now these two persons are facing opposite. Immediate neighbors of I face opposite direction. Next one, immediate neighbors of I face opposite. G sits second to the left of J. G is seated second to the left of J. G sits second to the left of J. In the second case, is it possible to have G? G and X is not possible because G and J must be in the alternate places. But whereas here, in the second case, we cannot find two alternate vacant places. Hence, the second case is ruled out. Now we are left with the first case, as only the first case is left over. Now, in the first case itself, we are having two different possibilities for this X and I. Now let us take both these two possibilities. Okay? Now starting with this one. Now U is at this place, U is facing the center, then I and this one. Now in the first case, let us take I at this place, I here, then X will be here, isn't it? Then in the second case, X is here, I is here, and X will be here, isn't it? How many possibilities? Two possibilities. As there are two possibilities here, now let us check out these two once again. Only one person between U and V. Only one person between U and V. As only one person between U and V, now V must be here. Only one person between U and V, V must be here. K sits out to the right of U. K is seated out to the right of U. Here K sits out to the right of U. And H sits to the immediate right of K. And K faces the center. V and H face opposite directions. V and H opposite. Only one person between H and X. One person between H and X. X faces a direction opposite to that of U. X is opposite to U. Here also X is opposite to U. Hence X must be away from the center. X is opposite to U. I sits out to the left of X. I is seated out to the left of X. I is seated out to the left of X. Immediate neighbors of I face opposite direction. Immediate neighbors of I face opposite directions. And this person must be away from the center. Immediate neighbors of I faces opposite directions. G sits second to the left of J. G is seated second to the left of J. Here GRJ, here also GRJ. And G sits second to the left of J, GRJ. Here also GRJ. G sits second to the left of J. J is not an immediate neighbor of U. As J is not an immediate neighbor of U, in the first case, J is immediate neighbor of U. And this case is ruled out. J is not an immediate neighbor of U. Hence J cannot be here. J must be here. If J is here and G sits second to the left of J, J must be away from the center. G must be here. Isn't it? And G and I face opposite direction to that of J. G and I opposite to that of J. J is away. G and I must be towards the center. If G and I towards the center, now V and H face opposite direction. V is away. H must be towards the center. Clear? Now this is how these 8 persons are seated around a circular table. Some inward, some outward. K, center, V, away, I center, U center, G center, X away, J away, H is towards the center. Now this is about question numbers 83 to 87. to 87. Yes, first write down this one. Then let us start working out the remaining questions. Yes, question number 88. Now in this question number 88, now J greater than P, M greater than S. As see here, J greater than P, that means between the first and the fourth letters, here we must have greater than. As we need to have greater than, that means we cannot have lesser than. That means within the first three symbols we cannot have lesser than. If there is a lesser than, one greater than, one lesser than, two opposite symbols, no relation can be drawn. Hence, in the first one there is lesser than, here there is a lesser than, here there is a lesser than, three choices were ruled out. Now we are left with choice 4 and choice 5. Now between choice 4 and choice 5, and that holds good. Next one, M greater than S. Now between these two, one greater than must be there, isn't it? Now in the fourth one, greater than or equals to and equals to is there. That means greater than or equals to means M greater than or equals to S is 2, but not only greater than. Hence choice 4 is ruled out, 5 is the answer. Done? In these type of questions, you are not supposed to replace each and every choice in that one. But in the case of Japan, he has given 5 choices just to waste your time, assuming that you people will try each and every question by replacing the symbols, which we are not supposed to do that. Done? Then 89 to 94. Now in this one, question numbers 89 to 94, what is information we have? It is based on floor arrangement. 8 persons are there, A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. Live on 8 different floors of a building, but not necessarily in the same order. The lowermost floor of the building is number 1, the floor above that one is number 2, and so on till the topmost floor is floor number 8. And each one of them also teaches a different subject. 8 persons, 8 different subjects living on 8 different floors. Then as it comes under floor arrangement, first we need to fix the floors at the center. Now 8 floors are there, 8, 7, 6, 5, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. 8 floors, 8 persons. Then condition number 1. Yes, tell me what about this condition number 1 here? Now in this one, condition number 1, and the one who teaches economics lives on an even number floor, but not on floor number 6. Economics not on even number floor, but not on floor number 6. And how many possibilities we have? We have some 3 possibilities. What are those 3 possibilities? The one who teaches economics can be on either 2nd, 4 or 8. 2, 4 or 8, and out of this. Now here in this diagram, it is possible to represent only 2 ways. Hence first let us represent 2 ways, and if anything is invalid, then we can directly start with the next one. Okay? Now economics, here economics. Economics can be either on the 2nd floor or on the 4th floor, and one more possibility, economics can be on the 6th floor as well. Then the one who teaches economics lives on an even number floor, but not on floor number 6. Only 2 people between economics and A. Economics and A, there must be exactly 2 people. Now in this case, between economics and A can be here or A can be here. There are 2 different possibilities. Only 2 persons between economics and A. And only 3 people live between A and E. As only 3 people live between A and E is here. If A1 is here, 1, 2, 3, E1 is here, or A2 is here, 1, 2, 3, E2 will be here. Only 3 people between A and E. H lives immediately above E. H lives immediately above E. Now H lives immediately above E, H1, and H lives immediately above E. And again in this one, H lives immediately above E. H lives immediately above E, and only one person between H and the one who likes geography. Now between H and the one who likes geography, how many people are there? There must be exactly one person. And geography, there is exactly one person between H and geography. Now here, if H is here, there is only one person between H and geography, and so geography can be here, isn't it? And between H and geography, now here there are two different possibilities once again for geography. Geography can be here or geography can be here in the case of H2. And the one who teaches geography lives above H. The one who teaches geography lives above H. Hence in this case it is not possible here. Geography is above H, H is here. Now this geography too can be here. Are you following this one or not? Above H. And the one who teaches chemistry lives immediately above the one psychology. And chemistry is immediately above the one who teaches psychology. Hence chemistry and psychology must be adjacent to each other. And chemistry and psychology, 8 and 7, 7 and 6, 6 and 5. There are three possibilities in the first case, and in the second case again we are having different possibilities. Next one, immediately above psychology, neither A nor E teaches psychology. Neither A nor E teaches psychology, psychology cannot be here. As psychology cannot be here, hence chemistry, psychology 8, 7 or 7, 6. And neither A nor E teaches psychology. And the one who teaches chemistry lives on an even number floor. Chemistry lives on an even number floor. Now in the first case, chemistry cannot be on the second floor, cannot be on the fourth floor, cannot be on the sixth floor, hence must be on the eighth floor. If chemistry is here and this psychology and must be at this place, isn't it? And psychology is here. And only one person lives between psychology and mathematics. Psychology and mathematics, hence in this case, the one who teaches mathematics must be on the fifth floor. And next one, only one person between mathematics and F. Now between mathematics and F, there must be exactly one person. F can be here or F can be here. And F lives above the one who teaches mathematics, and F cannot be here. F must be at this place only, F at this place. And C lives immediately above Z. Now C lives immediately above Z, C is immediately above Z, and only two people live between G and the one who teaches history. G and history, there must be exactly two people. Exactly two people between G and history, history must be at this place. Exactly two people between G and history. And B lives on one of the floors above the one who teaches history. B lives on one of the floors above the one who teaches history. And the one who teaches botany does not live on the floors above H. Botany does not live on the floors above H. Botany must be below this H. Hence botany is here. Then tell me who is the person after? A, B, C. D is the person after. D must be on the sixth floor. And next one, chemistry, psychology, history, mathematics, geography, economics, botany, and French. And the one who likes French, teaches French must be on the third floor. Clear? No, sir. Now we have continued with this one rather than opting for this one. Why it was so? Because in the meanwhile again we are having two different possibilities. Here we got one possibility at this place, hence we have continued this one. And if it is invalid, then we can directly start with this one. Okay? And this is about question numbers 89 to 94. Now in your examination also you should have that presence of mind in the examination. Chala also meeku. Then after this 95 to 97. Now question numbers 95 to 97. What is the information we have? 95 to 97. And 6 friends are there. Who are those 6 friends? P, Q, R, S, T and U has a different height. These 6 persons are being compared in their heights. 96 to 97. As these persons are being compared in their height, has computer writing this? Then 96 to 95 to 97. Now in this one there are some 6 persons who are being compared in their height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Then each of the 6 friends P, Q, R, S, T, U have different height. T is shorter than only S. Now this T is shorter than only S. This T is shorter than only S means T is shorter than only one person, that is S. He is shorter than all the remaining persons. Hence T is shorter than only S can be represented like this. T is shorter than only one person, that is S, and this T is shorter than all the remaining 4 persons. And T is shorter than only S. U is shorter than R. U is shorter than R, but taller than Q. But taller than Q. Q is not the shortest. As Q is not the shortest, R, U and Q must be here. Then tell me who is the person left over? P is the person left over. P is the shortest among these 6. And Q is not the shortest. The height of the one who is the third tallest is 164. Now R is 164 centimeters and Q's height is 157 and Q is 157 and Q's height is 159. Q is 159. Then whose height could possibly be 163? That is U. U said because U must be in between 159 and 164. And choice 2. Question number 96. If it is given that S's height is 8 centimeters more than R, S is 8 centimeters more than R means this must be 172. Then which of the following can be the possible height of T? T's height is in between 164 and 172 and between 64 and 172 what is the information we have? And 168 and choice 5 is done. This is the only possible answer 168. Then question number 97. As 97 it is based on CR. No baby, sorry, it is syllogisms. No baby is an infant and all infants are kids as statements followed by the conclusions. No, no babies, all infants are kids. All these infants are what? All infants are kids. And next one, no baby is an infant. No baby is an infant means baby and infant cannot be like this. No kid is a toddler. No kid is a toddler means kid and toddler cannot be represented like this. And some of the toddlers are children, toddler and children. Then first one, no child is an infant, true or false? No child is an infant is definitely true. As it is true here, now we need to check out whether it is 100% true or not. In order to make this one false, tell me whether we can able to draw like this or not. Yes, alternate diagram proven, previous conclusion will be false. Then coming to the second one. What is the second conclusion here? All children are kids is a possibility. All children are kids means this entire children must be here. Now tell me whether we can able to write children like this or no. If you write children like this, some of the children are toddlers and toddler and kids are intersecting, which should not be the case. And second one is not possible. Third one, some babies are kids, baby is here, kid is here, no intersection between these two, that is false. And no child is a kid. Child and kid, yes, that is definitely true. As no child is a kid is true. To make this one false, tell me whether we can write child like this or not. Yes, and this is again false. All toddlers are babies is a possibility. All toddlers are babies means toddler can be represented like this. And what is your answer? Only 5 is possible. Clear? Choice 5. Only 5 is possible. The remaining 4 are not at all possible. And this is about 97, choice 5. Then 98. Then question number 98. Now in this one, this is based on CR. 98% of farmers, 98% of farmers in state X who till now grew only R7, isn't it? In state X, 98% grew only R7. They are cultivating only R7, have now shifted to R1. Now they have shifted to R1 variety of rice. And this clearly indicates that the residents of state X now consume more quantity of R1 variety of rice than the R7 variety, isn't it? Yes, what is the final conclusion has made? This clearly indicates that the residents of state X will now consume more quantity of R1 variety of rice than R7 variety. Then which of the following statements weakens the statement? Again weakens. Weakens the statement means now we have to prove now the residents of the state X will not consume R1 more when compared with R7. ఈ X స్టేట్లో ఉన్న ఫార్మర్స్ అందరూ ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేశారు చెప్పండి, ఇంతకుముందు R7 అనే వెరైటీ 98% కల్టివేట్ చేసావు. ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళు ఏం చేశారు, ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళు కంప్లీట్గా R1కి షిఫ్ట్ అయిపోయారు. ఎంతమంది షిఫ్ట్ అయ్యారు చెప్పండి? 98 farmers who till now variety are now shifted to Now these 98% have shifted to R1 variant. R1కి షిఫ్ట్ అయిపోయారు కాబట్టి వీడు ఏమంటున్నాడు, దీనివల్ల మనకు తెలిసింది ఏంటంటే, ఏం తెలిసింది ఇప్పుడు ఆ పాపులేషన్ ఇజంట్ ఇట్ నౌ ద సిటిజన్స్ ఆఫ్ దట్ స్టేట్, ఆ స్టేట్లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళందరూ ఇప్పుడు R1 వెరైటీ ఎక్కువ తింటారు అని అన్నాడు. కనుక అది మనకి వీకెండ్స్ చేయాలంటే వాళ్ళు R1 తినరు, ఏది తింటారని చెప్పాలి, వేరేది ఏదైనా తింటారని చెప్పాలి. R7 గురించి కాదు, ఇజంట్ ఇట్ ఎనీథింగ్ ఎల్స్. It is not a comparison between these two. When compared with R7, they will eat R1. Then which of the following statements weakens the statement? Almost the entire yield of R1 produced in state X is exported to foreign countries. Outunda first one. Yes, tell me whether the first one can be your answer or not. No. Why it is no? It is not given as your choice. Antena? Mari indiki one cause. Then coming to second one. R7 variety of rice is much more expensive as compared to R1. When compared to R1, R7 is more expensive. If it is of more expensive, more people will eat R1 variety rather than R7. Hence, this is strengthening the argument rather than weakening. Hence, this cannot be answered. Third one, 15% residents of the country in which state X is situated prefer to eat R1. 15%. Here the word only is not given. Only 15% and 15% of the residents of the country X is situated prefer, okay, in state X prefer to eat R1 and when compared to R7. Now R1 15% more and score 15% more residents and ichchada ala ichunna mana cheppochu. Yeah, just 15% cited. And fourth one, while R1 variety of rice has a high magnesium content and which is required for a healthy immune system. Healthy immune system R1 is there. Hence more and more people should opt for R1. And this is the advantage we have with this R1 variety. Then at the same time R7 variety has a high folic acid which is important for cellular growth. Hence there are advantages by using R1. There are advantages with R7. Between these two advantages, which is more advantage, that is not clearly known. Adi manaki chala clear ga ivaladu. Now if this is important, magnesium is more important, then I can able to say. Or if what is other folic acid is more important, then I need to opt for this one. And between these two, which is more important, that is not known. And this is also invalid. Fifth one, along with R1 and R7, some other varieties. Here he is talking about some other varieties, this is also ruled out. Then what is your answer here? What is your answer? Choice 1 is your answer. Why 1 is the answer? Let us discuss now. Andukku inta mundu deeniki discussion pettaledu. Isn't it? Because you said that it cannot be your answer. Hence I also left that one. Assuming that you people always do the correct one. Meer edo correct ga chesaru anse nenu adu udilesi venakki velipanu. Isn't it? First one cheppandi. Almost the entire, ikkada chudandi, almost the entire yield of R1 produced in state X is exported to foreign countries. ఇక్కడ ఏదైతే తయారవుతుందో వాళ్ళు పండిస్తున్నారు అదంతా బయటికి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. అంతా ఆల్మోస్ట్ ది ఎంటైర్ crop is being exported to some other places. That means there is no crop left over here to consumed by the villages, isn't it? By the people of that state X. Hence these people are not going to consume this R1 more when compared to R7. Definitely చెప్పొచ్చా లేదా? Now if you take for example the people of Haryana and Punjab, and this Haryana and Punjab, what happens here? Are they eating this one? No. This Haryana and Punjab, if you take for example, they are the people who are cultivating 98% of what? Basmati rice in this country. And nowhere, again, any part of this country, that yield will not come. Anduku vallu em chestaru cheppandi, they are only producing this basmati rice. As they are producing basmati rice, are they eating the basmati rice? No, they are completely exporting this one to foreign countries, isn't it? And in turn, and these people in Haryana and Punjab, they are consuming wheat rather than rice. వాళ్ళు రైసే తినట్లేదు, ఇంకా బాస్మతి కాదు, బాస్మతి లేదు, హెచ్ఎంటీ లేదు, ఏమీ లేదు. They are not at all consuming rice and they are consuming wheat, and still they are producing 98% of this basmati rice. That means from that one, can you definitely say that the people in those two states are consuming basmati more? No. Hence it cannot be your answer. Hence what is your answer? R1. Chala clear ga cheppadu. ఎంత అయితే వాళ్ళు తయారు చేస్తున్నారు అంతా బయటికి పంపించేస్తున్నారు, అక్కడ తినడానికి ఏం లేదు. Done. Hence, what is your answer? First one is the answer. 98. Then 99. Now, question number 99. S greater than V definitely false. Now, first one S greater than V definitely false. S greater than V definitely false. S greater than V definitely false. Then, now in the first one, S greater than V means, tell me what is the information we have? V greater than T, V greater than T, and the relation between S and T is S lesser than or equals to T means T greater than or equals to S. Then between S and V, V greater than S is true. As V greater than S is true, S lesser than V will be definitely false. Yes, what is the answer we are getting here? Now we have to prove S greater than V definitely false. In order to prove S greater than V definitely false, tell me what I need to prove. Aim prove cheyali cheppandi. S is either lesser than or equal to or lesser than or equals to. Either it can be lesser than, equal to, lesser than or equals to. Hence, if you could able to prove S lesser than V, or if you could able to prove equal to V or lesser than or equals to V, in all the three cases it is always true, isn't it? Then tell me what is the first one here. In the first one we can able to say, now V greater than T, V greater than T, and S lesser than T, that is T greater than S. V greater than S, S lesser than V is true. As S lesser than V is true, I have proven this one, hence S greater than V definitely false. So choice one is the answer. Done? చేసేసా ఫోన్ వచ్చేసా సరిపోయిందండి. 99 చాయిస్. చెప్పండి, ఇంకేమైనా డౌట్ ఉందా 99లో? మరి వేరే క్వశ్చన్ చెప్పినప్పుడు మర్మరింగ్ సౌండ్ రాలేదు, ఇప్పుడు ఎందుకు వచ్చింది మరి? 4 1 true అయితే మళ్ళీ 4కి ఎందుకు వెళ్తారు? ఎస్, వై విల్ యూ అవుట్ ఫర్ చాయిస్ ఫర్ ఇఫ్ 1 is true, isn't it? ఓకే, లెట్ us చెక్ అవుట్ 4. అక్కడ చాయిస్లో 4 కూడా ఇచ్చారు, చెక్ చేద్దాం ఒకసారి. Now fourth one, now the relation between S and V. Now S is here, V is here. Now which element is common between these two? R is common. S greater than or equals to R. V lesser than or equals to R means R greater than or equals to V. Hence S greater than or equals to V is true. Now fourth one చూడండి, S can be greater than. ఇక్కడ greater than true అయ్యే ఛాన్స్ ఉంది ఇక్కడ. S is, what is the final conclusion I got? S can be greater than V or S can be equals to V. I cannot say that this is definitely false. Why I cannot say that? Because in one case I can get S greater than V, and only in the first one it is definitely false. Which can be false ante fourth one kuda manam vellochu, can be false. But as here definitely false, here greater than can be true, hence it cannot be your answer. Done with this? And this is about 99. Then choice 100. Yes, question number 100. అక్కడ కీ 4 ఇచ్చారని మీరు అడిగారా, లేకపోతే మీకు కూడా 4 వచ్చిందా? 1 వచ్చిందా? ఫైన్. Then next one, 100. Now in this question number 100, the government of state X rewarded the largest brick kiln of the state. Okay, the government of state X rewarded the largest brick kiln of the state located in Syllogism village for manufacturing a large quantity of bricks to be exported to other states, as it helped to earn higher revenues. Now the state has given the entire contract to this village X in order to make these bricks. Then, unlike other villages, the reason is given, unlike other villages, when people of Bihupada, a neighboring village, heard about this, they claimed their share of reward for providing silage with good quality and clay each time. Now sir, once they got to know that one, now this Syllogism village has been awarded the entire contract of making all these bricks. Now these people, Bihupada people, a neighboring village, heard about this, and they claimed their share of reward. They are also claiming their share, and for providing Syllogism with good quality clay each time. That means now for those bricks to be of good quality, we should have good clay. Now this Syllogism village, and where this Syllogism village is getting that clay, and that is from Bihupada village. Hence, these Bihupada village people are also claiming it is just because of ours only, you people are getting that reward. Isn't it? మేము ఇటువంటి మంచి క్లెయిమ్ మీకు ఇస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి మీకు కూడా మంచి రివార్డ్స్ వచ్చింది కనుక మమ్మల్ని కూడా గుర్తించాలి అని అంటున్నారు వీళ్ళు. Then 100. Which of the following can be inferred? As inference, what do you mean by this inference? Inference which can be drawn from the above paragraph. Then first one, though the brick kiln in Syllogism is in Syllogism, all the equipment and raw materials required for providing other and few villages of state X other than Syllogism are also involved. Now whether the remaining are involved or not, that cannot be inferred from this one. People of Bihupada are very poor, whether they are poor or rich, no information about that, their economic status. And for them, state X has only one brick kiln, whether they have one brick kiln or more than that one, that is not known. And Syllogism is the one and only village of the state to have received such kind of a reward. Isn't whether we can able to derive this one or not. Hence, what is your answer here? Choice 5. Hence, 5 is the answer. Done. And this is about question numbers 66 to 100 of page paper 246. Is done with this one? Is any doubts in this? Number series, question numbers please in number series 51 to 55. Then question numbers 51 to 55. Among those 51 to 55, tell me what is your doubts. 54. Now question number 54. Then 51 to 55. Question number 54. Then 16, 15, 20, 43, 102. And 16 and 15. 16, 15, 20, 43, 102. Now the numbers are increasing at a smaller rate. As the numbers are increasing at a smaller rate, hence it must be under which category? Difference. As it is under difference here, 16 and 16 minus 1 plus 5 minus 1 plus 5 and minus 23 minus 1 plus 5 minus 23 and so on. No. Yes, wait a minute, sorry, is already outside here. Now 16. Now 16 plus 1. 16 plus 1 is how much? 17. Minus 2 is 15. And next one, as what? 15. 15 plus 8 is how much? 23. Minus 3 is 20. And 20 plus 27. 47. 47 minus 4 is 43. And 43 plus how much? 64. 107 minus 5. 102. Then what's the next one here? 102 plus how much? 125. Minus how much? Minus 6. 102 plus 125. 227 minus 6. 221. Is it there in the choice? Choice 5 is the answer. Done? Yes, 54. And the next is quant. I hope no doubts in the